Station, Houston on Space to Ground 2 for an early wake-up.
Copy.
Hey, Mark, good morning. Sorry for the early call. We were recently informed of a satellite breakup and need to have you guys start reviewing the safe haven procedure. It's 9.21. We are planning on performing through Block 8, which will include closing the radial hatches. The time of concern is 0600.
Copy, 9.21. We're looking at executing that through Step 8, and including closing the lateral hatches, and time of concern is 0600. Okay.
Good read. We have a step on the ground to configure before you guys close those radial hatches. We will be sure to let you know when we are ready for you to perform your steps.
Sounds good. Thanks for the heads up.
Station, Houston on Space to Ground 2 for additional information. Hey, Mark, I wanted to just pass along that we did get some updated times. Now we're looking at a time of concern at 0535, and we're working to get the ground steps complete so you could take your crew actions here, and we'll let you know when we're done.
Okay, we're still reading through the procedure. Thanks for the heads up, flight. Station on 2 for tag-up.
Station is with you on 2.
Okay, we're caught up with reading through the procedure, ready to execute on your go. And just one question that came up, we're trying to think of possible impacts if we have these lateral hatches closed for an extended period of time. And one thing that came up was if, for example, the PWD stopped working because of an impact. Is there any water container that you'd recommend we gather, and if so, where would we find it?
Mark, we're checking, and in the meantime, one additional piece of information we wanted to give you is that right now, this conjunction is a yellow probability.
Okay, does that change our crew actions for the moment?
Does not change the plan that we have provided you. Wanted you to have that information.
Copy, thanks. Okay, so we're still standing by to execute, I believe, Block 6 instead of 9.21.
A-firm, we will let you know when we're ready.
Copy, thanks.
Station Houston on 2 for water bags. You can grab any spare water bags you find. We think you'll find some in the Node 3 end cone or the PMM.
Okay, thanks. We're in sync. Much appreciated. Station on 2 for another tag-up.
Mark, go ahead on 2.
We're just talking over what's going on with Anton, and the question came up if there's any steps for the Russian crew.
Okay. Station Houston on 2 for a big picture and next step.
Hi, Houston.
Hey, with you on 1. Before we send you off to perform block, I wanted to reiterate a summary of the big picture. So as we told you before, the first time that we would see this satellite breakup is 0535. And because it's the nature of the satellite breakup, we expect that we would see this risk every 90 minutes. And while the teams on the ground are analyzing the situation, we expect that we could be staying in the config with the radial hatches closed for up to a day.
Station copies that you're making preparations and we're standing by for your go to perform Block 6. The time of closest approach, 0535, and that'll repeat every orbit, every 90 minutes, and we could be in this config for up to a day.
Yeah, and one correction on my part, approximately a day. Could be a little shorter or a little bit longer.
Roger, approximately a day.
And with that, we're on the same page, and we've completed all the commanding in Block 5. You are go in Block 6 of 9.21.
Roger, we have a go in Block 6 of 9.21.
Houston Station on 1, we've got all of Step 2 in Eclipse 4.122 complete, so we see us complete with Block 6 of the original procedure.
Houston copies. And that is the action we had for you at the time. We are not going to have you perform Block 9 at this time.
Copy, thanks. Houston, now with you on 2. We've got a couple crewmates that are really excited that they're sure they'll still be able to do their urine collections. And the rest of us, of course, the open question will be how this is going to impact the overall timeline. So, Russ, you got lots of other work on your hands.
Yeah, Mark, we think it's safe to assume that anything that would involve the radio modules is off the table for today.
Thanks.
Station Houston on 2. Forger.
Head on 2.
Hey, we want to give you the awareness that for this orbit, we will not activate Dragon in safe haven. We'll reevaluate as the analysis continues today, but wanted to let you know that the Soyuz crew is planning to activate Soyuz.
Okay, thanks for that heads up.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 1.
Houston.
We are 3 minutes out from the first TCA. Again, that is at 0535. And we will watch data for a couple of minutes after that time and get back to you.
And we copy 3 minutes out from the first TCA.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 1. It is our assessment that we have passed the first time through the debris. ETHO sees no sign of leak in our real-time USOS data. And if you are ready, in 5 minutes, we will sync up for...
And we copy. We passed the first injunction, no leak, according to the data. And, yes, we're good for a tag-up in 5 minutes. Thanks.
Station Houston on Space to Ground 1 for tag-up.
Hi, Houston.
Our next pass through the debris, we estimate be around 0706. The information we have right now indicates that we will need to activate Dragon Safe Haven and close centerline hatches for the next 2 crossings. With that, we are putting into work Block 8 in 9.21, and we will let you know when we're ready for Block 9.
All right, station copies that the next time of closest approach is 0706, and that we intend to activate Safe Haven and Dragon. You are performing preparatory steps, and we are standing by for a go for Block 8 of 9.21.
One correction, we are performing those prep steps in Block 8, and you will perform Block 9 on our go. So we will let you know when we're ready.
For a go for Block 9. Thanks for the clarification.
And final information, I know there was some question. We received confirmation that you all should not perform any activities related to the PA urine collection today.
And we copy on the PA urine. I did beat you to it, so there's 1 sample in the Melfi, but we understand, and I assume Huntsville can give instruction, and I can just start over whenever the day is right.
We copy.
Houston Station, we're activating cameras in the lab, and Nodu, if you'd like to come on board for essay.
Okay, Houston copies. We will take you up on that. And while I have you, we are not quite ready to give you a go in Block 9, but want to let you know, big picture, that you're tracking. Once you configure Dragon and ingress Dragon, we estimate you'll be in there for about 2 hours. So for those 2 passes, and you would be not coming out of Dragon any earlier than about 0830 or 0845.
We copy you. We can expect to be in Dragon for a couple of hours, and I believe you said around 0830 perhaps, when we egress, so we'll prep accordingly. Thanks.
Yep, that's a good copy.
Station on 2, the Node 1 and Node 3 cameras are also turned on. Whenever you want to come on board, you're welcome.
Houston copies. And I can report that we have completed Block 8 in 9.21. You have a go to begin Block 9 in 9.21.
The executing Block 9 in 9.21. Then Station Roger on 2 for Dragon session.
Go ahead on 2.
Is MCCX going to wake up Dragon, or do you want us to somehow activate an alarm to make it wake up so we can start configuring it?
You are going to be primed to perform Block 15, and you can start reviewing that procedure.
Houston Station, Roger. Just to confirm that, do I have a go to do step 1.4 of 3.4 to wake the Dragon up?
You are go in 1.4 of 3.4.
Houston Station, this is Endurance Crew reporting that 4.4 and 4.5 are...
Назад или передачу на пультах абонента, или где-то зажата там где-то.
Сейчас проверим, хорошо. Но на втором пульте 2.3.
Houston copies, I think you were saying in 4.122 ecosystem configuration, 4.4 and 4.5 are complete.
That's affirmed, Houston. Mark was taking care of 4.2 and 4.3, so he'll be able to provide confirmation that that's complete.
Okay, we understand. Go ahead on 2.
Step 4.3 of procedure 4.122 is complete. Node 1 port, Node 3 starboard, and Node 1 aft hatches are closed.
Okay, and can you confirm also 4.2 is complete?
Affirmative. Yep, all the way yes.
Okay, Houston copies all, and with that we see us complete with block 9 of 9.21. Station Houston on Space to Ground 1 for big picture in 9.21.
The Soyuz crew is listening on Space to Ground 1. And Houston, go ahead on 1.
Big picture in 9.21. We have completed all blocks up to block 15, which is in work by our Endurance crew, and block 15 and 17 in work by Soyuz crew.
And we copy in 9.21, we complete up to step 15 or block 15 and block 16 and 17 by the Soyuz crew. So currently we are holding in the in block 15 procedure 3.4 and the step for beginning to close the node 2 forward hatch. We were going to wait for your go before we do that. Houston station on 1, just because our voices sound the same. Raja is in the Dragon, Tias is in Dragon and node 2, Kayla and Tom are in node 2.
Okay, Houston copies. Thanks for that essay. Also for your essay, we have EMER configured, should be configured in Dragon for Space to Ground 1, since your Soyuz counterparts are using Space to Ground 1 in the Soyuz. And with that, we've conferred, and we are ready for you to continue in the Safe Haven procedure, picking up in step 1.2.
Copy. The comm is now configured Space to Ground 1 all around, so we can be in touch with our Soyuz crewmates, and we understand the proceeding on with step 1.6 of procedure 3.4. On 1 from the Soyuz, block 16 is for button 2 on comm panel 2. Go to the Soyuz. We will read.
Mark, we copy. Yep, that button was giving us a pretty nasty feedback on Space to Ground 2. We had some echoes, but yep, we concur with that plan. When you need it, you can follow the directions there. Endurance Houston on 1. We want to let you know Hawthorne is following along. They see the same alarms you have, and they are acted in the current config, and you continue on in the procedure.
Then we've initiated the Safe Haven. We have the LIO cartridge 1 installed as of 0630 GMT, and we've got the cabin fan running and working forward hatch closure.
Houston copies.
The Soyuz crew is currently at 10.
Houston copies. You're in the SM.
Houston Endurance, we have the forward hatch closed of the Dragon, and we are complete with 5.050, the Dragon procedure, through section 4. One question is whether you want us to get suited or not. That's not part of the procedure, but if Dragon were to take a hit, we're having that conversation of what our next step would be.
Okay, we copy and we're discussing this.
Is also complete with 3.4 part A.
Okay, we copy and we're discussing the question on donning suits. Endurance, Houston on Space to Ground 1.
Endurance.
To answer your question earlier about suits, we can support you getting into suits at your discretion. It's your call. Just to note that the Soyuz crew is not in suits. And then heads up 15 minutes, the next debris field past TCA.
Endurance copies. And is the conjunction still yellow risk, or has it changed?
It's an equivalent yellow for the next debris pass. And then also we are estimating that the probability of a hit to Dragon would be lower than the rest of ISS.
Endurance copies. Houston Endurance on Space Ground 1 for forward plan.
We're with you, Endurance.
So Endurance, we're going to plan on not getting suited, but what we would ask is if the Endurance does take a hit, we'll egress quickly, and we would need your help potentially opening the node 2 forward IMB valve so that we can open the hatch to get back into the ISS against pressure resistance, since we can't do that from our side.
Be ready to support that if needed.
Station on 1, the Soyuz crew is going to O, and as soon as this call is done, we're pushing.
Houston copies. Endurance, Houston on Space to Ground 1. We are entering the 5-minute time of concern.
And Houston Endurance is SpaceX on console to have a conversation on Dragon to ground about forward actions if we do have a hit.
And Endurance Houston, yes, SpaceX is on console.
Endurance SpaceX on Dragon to ground.
And Houston Endurance, we're talking here as one of the QC our game plan. If Dragon takes a hit, we're planning on looking at our T-res. If it's under half an hour, we were thinking about coming back on the station. If it's more than half an hour, we were thinking stay suited and potentially come back home. This is all if Dragon takes a hit. Just wanted to see if that checks with your thoughts or if we should use a different number.
Endurance, that sounds like a good plan. We have our procedures open.
Endurance Houston, alteration to that proposal. If Dragon takes a hit, we will get you back on station.
Copy. We'll come back on the station regardless if Endurance takes a hit.
And Endurance Houston on SpaceCraft 1, just want to reiterate that we think it's small likelihood that Dragon would get an impact.
Endurance, copy. Thanks.
Station Houston on Space Ground 1 for status.
Endurance, ready to copy.
Okay, we are complete with the time of concern. All ISS pressures are stable. We are discussing backout options, and the next period of concern is 0838 to 0844.
Soyuz crew copies. Endurance crew copies.
And for now, we'd like the Endurance crew to stay in safe haven as we discussed.
Endurance copies. And Houston Endurance, is it okay if we unstrap into the next area of concern?
That's affirmed. You can unstrap.
Copy, thank you.
Station Houston on Space Ground 1 for big picture.
Ready to copy.
Okay, so for the next debris field transit between 0838 and to 0844, we're going to need the Endurance crew to stay in safe haven. The Soyuz crew will also be doing that as well. After that time, we'll be back in procedure 9.201, back out of part safe haven actions. We expect most day the radio modules will need to stay closed for subsequent field transits. How copy?
Copies will stay in safe haven for this next pass, and then after that, expecting to be able to back out partially of 9.21.
Okay, we copy. And just to make sure, you're going to be staying in safe haven now through the next field transit, so through 0844.
Copies, yep, staying in safe haven until the next transit.
Copies.
Space Ground 1, just on the DPC plan.
Okay, and for DPC, Houston's not carrying any topics. We're not going to be doing a traditional DPC today, but you can let us know if you have anything for us.
I don't have anything for you, and over to the Endurance, I have anything for you. Endurance, sure either.
Houston copies.
Okay, so my understanding is the Russians are going to do it.
That's affirmed.
Houston Endurance. Do you know if space is able to talk to on Dragon to ground about vehicle questions?
We'll take any questions on Space Ground 1. We're not configured for Dragon to ground.
Copy, it's not time critical. We'll just talk to them.
Houston copies. Endurance, Houston on Space Ground 1.
Go ahead, Houston.
Okay, just a heads up that Hawthorne is going to send Command Clear the 3 alerts, and they are listening if you do have any questions.
They're going to clear the board for us, and yeah, we'll save it for later. It's more in-depth conversation.
Okay, we copy. Endurance, Houston on Space Ground 1 for alerts. Okay, just to be clear, we have cleared 3 alerts, but you still have some on the board. They are GNC and ISS related. Those will remain for now. There's no impact.
Endurance copies. We see the nav-related ones, and copy no impact.
Station Houston on Space Ground 1. We are about 4 minutes out from the debris field transit TCA, and on the other side we have a plan for re-ingress into USOS.
Endurance copies. We're restrapping into the seats.
Copies. Station Houston on Space Ground 1. No response required. The time period of concern has started. Station Houston on Space Ground 1. Station Houston on Space Ground 1 for the Endurance and Soyuz crews.
Endurance, ready, copy.
Okay, we are through the time of concern and ISS pressures are stable, and we're ready for talking about the re-ingress plan. Big picture, you're going to be reopening centerline hatches, keeping radial hatches closed. We're going to be performing actions out of EMER 9.21 safe haven. The USOS hatch openings are mostly going to be performed by Mark, easier for him to do so, particularly for the node 2 forward and APAS hatches.
Soyuz crew on Space to Ground 1.
Go ahead.
I heard you had something to tell me.
Yeah, we're going to put you to work. So in 9.201 for the safe haven actions, we're going to have you be reopening centerline hatches and keeping radial hatches closed. Block 27 will be performed as written. Block 28, Mark, you're going to be opening the node 2 forward and APAS hatches. In order to do that, you're going to be performing block 29 as well, but this is going to have deltas when you're ready to come.
Okay, I'm ready to copy the deltas for block 29.
Okay, in block 29 of 9.21, you're only going to be doing step 5.1, and I'm going to give you the specific hatches we're having you open. You'll be opening node 1 aft, forward, and port, node 3 starboard, lab aft and forward, node 2 aft and forward, and PMA2 APAS.
Okay, I copy in step 5.1, I'm going to be opening node 1 aft, forward, and port, node 3 starboard, lab aft and forward, node 2 aft and forward, and the PMA2 APAS hatch.
Okay, that's a good readback, and give us a call when you get to the PMA2 APAS hatch.
Okay, so I'll give you a call before I open the PMA2 APAS hatch.
That works for us.
Okay, did you want me to pick up in block 27 now, or is there another call?
We're a go for you to pick up in block 27.
Okay, I'm in the Bayo and the Soyuz right now. I take it that means we can go ahead and get out of the Soyuz?
That's affirmed.
Okay, I'll start reading over the procedure now. There's copies as well on Space to Ground 1. We'll hang out here and wait for the 2 and APAS hatches, and we said we'll pick up 5.0 to 50, the Dragon procedure for 5, and we're also holding at 3.4, the ISS procedure, step 4.
We copy and agree.
Station on 1, I'm ready for the APAS hatch.
Okay, Mark, we are ready for you to open the PMA2 APAS hatch. So we see you in 2.102, step 1.
102, step 1, copy. Station on 1, I see myself, maybe I went through step 1 too quickly before looking at this procedure, but I opened the node 2 forward hatch before I got to this procedure, so I see myself as really picking up in step 2 of 2.102.
And Mark, you can pick up actually in step 3.1. And we're about 20 seconds from an 11-minute LS.
3.1, hopefully we'll see everything good to go when you get back.
We concur. See you on the other side.